New Wabians are now supporting the LGBT movement, and in fact will be participating in the up-and-coming gay parade. What are your thoughts on that? Is that smart to be a part of the movement when the leader of the New Wabian Nation is sitting in jail for charges of such, etc.? What do you think about that?
I get love from every place, and I'm with my brother. You family regardless. I can't separate myself from a people genetically that I have an affinity to, but I can physically separate myself from you based on your actions. Now, I may not be in a space no more where I condemn and castigate people for their sexual preference, because part of that is an insecurity within yourself. So I'm not as zealous as I used to be. I used to see people and just be like, man, oh my gosh. Now it's just like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm a polygynous man. It doesn't enrage me like that.
New Wabians are now supporting the LGBT movement, and in fact will be participating in the up-and-coming gay parade. What are your thoughts on that? Is that smart to be a part of the movement when the leader of the New Wabian Nation is sitting in jail for charges of such, etc.? What do you think about that, being that you representing right now?
All I can say is that as Wapians, we don't preach anti-gay or anti-anything, because we understand everything. We understand everybody's way of life. But as far as going to the parade, I don't know nothing of that, so I can't speak of nothing that I don't know of personally myself, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be held accountable for something that I don't know myself, But
that's fair.
But at the end of the day, though, we don't discriminate, because it's like basically when I was watching the show, it's like if you got a family member and they a funny money individual or something, they on some gay stuff, you don't stop being cool with your family member because that's their way of life. It's like that's your family regardless of what. You might not agree with it, but it's different from a family member as opposed to just a friend or something like that,
So are you telling me that if you can't beat them, join them? Is that what you're saying? Instead of supporting them, you ain't got to support them to still be a family member. Because I have family. I have a family member that's gay in my family. I love them to death, but I don't support your way of lifestyle. You're not going to catch me in your damn parade. You're not going to catch me holding no rainbow flag because you're a family member. I'm saying, should that be the way of the New Wabians, being that y'all supposed to represent consciousness and wake and elevate our people? I really don't think that that's coming from Dr. York, but Prince said it is. So hey, I give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just saying. So should we? Can't beat them, join them? That's what you're telling me?
I'm only telling you what I'm telling you and my perspective. That's about it. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I don't condone homosexuality at all, because that's anti-life, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes a man and a woman to create children, you know what I mean? So me personally, I don't condone that at all whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? But it's each his own. They do whatever they do, they do what they do, you know what I mean? I don't be around them or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? And whatnot, you know what I mean? Long as they don't come at me no kind of way, they ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, deal with me on a physical level or whatever. But other than that, I don't deal with them, so like really, it's really nothing to me, you know what I mean? But if a family member is a family member, I'm not saying, yo, go be that way or whatever the case may be, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose my love for them, because I know before they whatever caused them to do that, be that way, we was already related, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you're answering the question.
I am answering it though, bro. At the end of the day,
The question is,
Playing games. You're playing games. You're playing games, Senator. Listen, we're born batty boy regular. We're not boom bye bye. We're not upon no like ease up talk. I don't even care if my family. I don't care because listen.
No chichi man.
No chichi man. Batty boy for dead. Listen, hear what I say. If you know somebody and they abuse a child, right? Because you know their state's trying to legalize pedophilia right now in America.
That's a fact.
So for the Nuwapians now to support it, not saying that you, because you clearly said you don't know nothing about it. You ignorant. So I'm not saying you. But if Prince York, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because if you support this batiology shit, because that's what I call them niggas. You know them Hebrew niggas that talk about Egypt and gay? I call them batiologists. That's what they are. They're specialists in gay conversations. Now, these folks, if the Nawapians support it, we got to kick them out of the community. I'm sorry, bro. I know you're part of the group. I love you. You know I love you. But we got to kick them out of the community. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. And people might say, oh, but my cousin's gay. Fuck all of that. It ain't got nothing to do with that because now
Let me ask you this.
we are following the patterns now of this government. It's what white supremacy does. They do little things. They give you all these little rights. Remember, the Jews were mistreated in this country too, to a certain extent. I'm talking about the Caucasian Jew. Because they didn't have the rights. So they supported who? Martin Luther King.
That's right.
Because they wanted the rights that he get
That's right.
to go for them so they could step in and do things. Now they congressmen, now they this, now they that.
That's
So
right.
now the community, the gay community is going to support people. They're going to support certain black people. So maybe they cut a deal with the Nawapians that we don't know behind the scenes. I don't know. Money is buying things a lot lately.
Well, I tell you this. If before you could go to the Nuwapians, you got to go to everybody in the black conscious community that was chanting Black Lives Matter. Because Black Lives Matter has used our civil rights disposition as leverage to gain more momentum so they can be more freely able to advance their culture and community. All you got to do is go to Black Lives Matter website and you can see what their goals and their agenda is. And as far as making sure we could appreciate same gender relationships and understand, and I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but you could go to Black Lives Matter website. And I done did a lecture on this in Baltimore to the point I want to communicating with the founders. You know what I'm saying? Because I get love from every place. And I'm with my brother. You know, you family regardless. I can't separate myself from a people genetically that I have an affinity to. But I can physically separate myself from you based on your actions. Now, I may not be in a space no more where I condemn and castigate people for their sexual preference, because part of that is an insecurity within yourself. So I'm not as zealous as I used to be. I used to see people and just be like, man, oh my gosh. Now it's just like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, I'm a polygynous man. It doesn't enrage me like that. I mean, sometimes I feel a way when it depends on the race of the person. You know, if I see a sister or a brother in a situation and it's just like kind of right there in front of me, you know, I feel a way. I'm polygynous, so I'd be like, damn, you know, I feel like what I'm doing is right, but I'm not overzealous like I used to be. But if before we could see Nuwapians, right, we're gonna have to see everybody in the community that got mad at me when I said I'm not for Black Lives Matter, when they wearing the shirts and the regalias and the hats, and I'm like, I had to do the lecture before people left me alone. You feel what I'm saying? So much so that the members of that community asked me to fall back from doing all. King Simon would tell you, because my lecture was impactful. You feel me? And then brothers in the conscious community who posted my lectures took it down. And it was on fire. I'm talking 50,000 views in like 12 hours. And it was taken down in 3 days. And I was also contacted, you know what I'm saying? And I did apologize for saying certain inflammatory statements in my anger. But I did not apologize for teaching the truth. And that's something that people had to know. Because people think I apologize for teaching the truth. I never apologize, and I'll do it again. You know what I'm saying?
so now, Polight, let me ask you this. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Hold your hand out, brother. Take a look at that ring, brother. Take a look at your crown you got on, brother. You know what you got on your crown? Look at the symbols you got. I would say if you're going to participate in that parade, go normal. Don't wear our sacred symbols. Don't get us, no, hold on. You got to let me. I want you to go in. Go in.
I got a phrase I coin where I say anything in the human mind that you could think of that's doable is being done. So that lets you understand everything within human nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's various reasons why people go that route that they go. I don't agree to it, but it's very reasons that they go that route, you know what I mean? And whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You overstand that.
You wax wise with wisdom. When you wax wise with wisdom, you don't get upset. Now, I'm not saying it's a sickness, right? But I just want you to see this. If a person got cancer, right? By whatever means that they got cancer, are we gonna beat them up because they got cancer? No, we gotta heal them or we could treat them. Some stuff we ain't got the cure yet, so we just gonna give you the best treatment to prolong your death, not your life. You dig what I'm saying? So we don't go around kicking people because they got diabetes or cancer, right? So that's why I don't go around kicking people who homosexuals and lesbians, because it's the same way. I believe.
I think y'all missing my question.
Nah, I ain't miss your question. No way. I just want you to hear, because I'm supporting what my brother's saying. I'm supporting my brother here, and the matter of fact is this. Because I hear where he's standing, so I'm not even going to act like I don't understand what he's saying. I'm walking with him. And, you know, this is still our family at the end of the day. You know, and if the goal is, if I see my family member deviating from the path, am I supposed to cut them off so much so that the line of communication is gone? Where's the education if I feel like I'm standing on truth? You feel what I'm saying? There got to be forums or opportunities where we could communicate, we could build with family members that we think deviated. If we say just completely, you know, bun, chichi and all that, if we do all of that,
One thing.
I'm coming right now. If we do all of that, then where is the gate or the door? Because I don't know, we family first, right? Are we family first? Or are we sexual preferences first? You feel what I'm saying? Now, me, again, I'm a polygynous man, but I got to also be able to be strong enough to stand on my truth, because I know people going to want to pervert my disposition because they're insecure. Because the first thing that a brother do when he disagree with your scholarship, oh, he's a faggot. Oh, he gay. Yo, take that penis out your mouth. This is what so-called straight men do whenever they mad at scholars. That's true. You see what I'm saying? So we know it's some violent homosexuality transpiring in many so-called heterosexuals in the community, because I don't divert my attention to homosexual thoughts whenever I disagree with a man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Quick second. Hold on. Quick second. I want to say this to you because you just brought up something about polygamy. No. Quick question. And I'm gonna say something. How long have you been polygamous? How many years?
I'll tell you this. For as old as my second youngest daughter is, my aunt just turned 12, so I've been polygynous for at least 12 years.
Do you think you inspired all these so-called Hebrew Israelite scholars in the community or leaders to have more than one wife? Do you think you have?
I definitely do, because they scripture says so, but I demonstrate it, and it's apparently it's effective because I'm still with everybody, and I've been with all my wives collectively. Well, I can say this: first 4 women I've been with them collectively for over 12 years, and then the other sisters is another scenario.
Right.
You know, so I've been doing this strong 12 years with the first set of women. You feel me? So I think that's motivation. I think that's motivation. And there's nothing wrong if you're motivated by somebody who's not of the same cultural disposition, but there's something that's going on in their world that you like. But definitely.
Yeah, man. I just want to say one thing on the
Don't have him constantly make everything you say a defense mechanism.
Nah. Like I was just saying, like on the other situation is that at the end of the day, suppose one of your family members, right, before they deviated and they became a funny money individual, they became a homosexual or whatever, right, and they had affinity for you, like they was fond of you, they was like truly in love with you and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And then they revered you, they highly looked up to you and all of that, right? So suppose they wanted to be like you regardless of what, right? And then all of a sudden you disown them, and that's the last thing on earth that they thought they would do. Being that they became gay, you disowned them and you caused them to commit suicide. You gotta look at situations like that too. Suppose that's the situation. Then how you overcome that? You can't overcome death.
Right, that'd be a bad thing. Let me fix this. Yeah, I feel you, man. So, here's the next question.
That was good to stir the pot, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Here's the next question for Brother Garfield.